Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you guys celebrating Christmas?
Sure are.
Beautiful lights, Christmas vibes, it's the best. You do know by celebrating Christmas, you're agreeing that Allah has a son, right, Dad?
Hi guys, welcome to the Dixon's View. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to every one of you out there. And we can't continue today's video without saying a very big thanks and much appreciation to every one of you who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, as we have gotten to 1,000 plus subscribers. A very big thanks to you all out there for your support and love. And on today's video, we'll be talking about non-Christians who feel Christians celebrating Christmas are doing evil and are not worth celebrating it. That should be something very personal to those celebrating. To the Christian believers who take Christmas celebration as part of their ritual, it will be very wrong for non-Christians to term this event as an evil or abomination. Especially the Muslims, when they celebrate their Eid and Salah, whatever you call it. I don't think Christians see it as evil. Even myself, as a non-Muslim, I usually participate along, with my Muslim friends to celebrate with them, because I see it to be a season of love and to show unity and a peaceful coexistence among everyone, despite your faith and your religious belief. But we just come together to show that we're peacefully coexisting amongst us. So let's watch these videos together.
Right here. Okay. MashaAllah, adorable.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you guys celebrating Christmas?
Sure are.
Beautiful lights, Christmas vibes, it's the best. You do know by celebrating Christmas, you're agreeing that Allah has a son, right, Dad? Is that true?
No, baby, that's not our intentions. So it's okay to celebrate it. Don't listen to her. She's being extreme.
Actually, by participating in this holiday, you're accepting that Allah was born today. But Dad, that's totally haram.
Unbelievable. Why you gotta make Islam so difficult, huh? It's like everything is haram with you guys. Can't I just have a day where I take my kid out, we celebrate by opening some gifts? I mean, what's the harm in that?
I'm glad you asked.
Baby, help me with the Eid decorations.
Yeah, right. I'm done with this!
Whoa.
At this point, celebrating these holidays isn't even about, is it haram? It's about putting your Islamic identity in danger. Allah's blessed us with Islam. And honestly, that's all we need.
You got that right.
Now you get it. Dad, let's get out of here.
Good idea.
May Allah bless you.
You see, the way people go about with extremism when it comes to religious activities is so unnecessary and uncalled for. Indoctrinating kids of this tender age into becoming extreme and start developing hate for people. Children of this age should be free enough within their hearts and their self to enjoy and flow along with events on daily basis without harboring grudge or developing hate against others. It's really not necessary. You see, at that tender age, she had been indoctrinated to a point that wearing hijab is now a thing that she sees as compulsory as part of her life, which is not really what it is, and it's not really okay. Children are supposed to be as free as air, flowing along with events of things that are positive. Christmas celebration doesn't really have to do alone with Christians. It has to do with the love, celebration of love. Everyone should be involved without minding or looking into your own religious belief and start developing hate for the other. Parents who have children growing up should try to differentiate lifestyle from religious activities. things that are not worth it, they shouldn't be teaching their children, because tomorrow it will become a very big problem to them. And if I may add to that, if you feel Christmas celebration is evil, is haram, why are you in a Christian country where the celebration is a must? Because it is part of their culture, it is part of their way of life. So if you feel saying these things or getting involved will be haram, will be evil, will be an abomination, why don't you stay back in your home country and enjoy yourself? So remain in a place where you will not see people celebrating Christmas. I don't know if I'm making sense out of this. If you feel Christmas celebration by Christians is evil, stay back in your home country where you will not see Christians celebrating, and not to find your way seeking for a better life in the midst of Christians in the Western country, and then you start seeing their activities, their festive celebration to be evil. It's really, really bad.
Beautiful and spectacular event, and it has all been canceled because the French government can no longer keep its own people safe from potential radical Islamic terrorists that they have welcomed into their country. Think about that. France has let in so many Middle East and North African migrants that they can no longer assemble in crowds. We're watching one of the most beautiful countries and cultures in the world commit suicide, and this threat has now spread all over the West. This is not singular to Australia or France. It is everywhere now, including in Germany, where many are too scared to go to the country's many famous Christmas markets because they are now so dangerous. They're such a target for radical Islamists. Take a listen to the details from this report.
Terrorists have struck 7 European Christmas markets since 2014, 3 in France and 4 in Germany, all carried out by men of Muslim or Middle Eastern backgrounds. Authorities arrested 5 men suspected of planning attack number 8 in Germany last week. One of them, a Muslim cleric from a German mosque who urged his followers to kill as many people as possible.
Now, let's get this. You are a Muslim. When you celebrate the Eid festive practice as a Muslim, you don't feel threatened by non-Muslims or by Christians in particular. So why the threats, even when you beg and seek for asylum to be a refugee in a Western country, and when you are being given this access into this country, you start practicing and preaching anti-Semitism against the people who are your hosts, even in their homeland, in their country. I don't really get this right. Does that make sense in any way? If you so love your religion and you feel most of these things will not be okay with you, why didn't you stay back in your country? You can't be in your country, you are not safe, and when you arrive a Western country, a Christian country, you feel it is not okay for them to be free enough to practice their belief, celebrate their religious festivals. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head on this issue, and something really has to be done. And that is why most of the countries of the world today who are rejecting or not allowing these foreign immigrants, mostly from the Middle East and the Muslim backgrounds, into their country, when people start criticizing and condemning their leaders, I just laugh, because the leaders of those countries are doing those things for the safety of their people and for the interests of their people, because they don't want a situation where people wouldn't be free again.
Yeah. Attack number 8 foiled. There was another attack in Poland on a Christmas market, foiled as well. The one in Germany, a Muslim cleric that left Egypt to move to Germany, moving to a country which tolerantly allows him to work at a mosque, to have a mosque. And what does he do when he gets to Germany and he's saved by the West? He begins indoctrinating other Muslims to murder as many Christians as they possibly can. Going to a German Christmas market at this point is a bit like playing Russian roulette. Is today the day that one of our asylum seekers living off our tax dollars is going to plow his car through this market and kill 20 of us? We don't know. In Australia, where 16 were murdered on a beach this past Sunday, many say that they have felt the threats skyrocket as their own government imported tens of thousands of migrants from Muslim countries. The Muslim population doubling in a decade in Australia. The left-wing Prime Minister of Australia, the Labour Party, a country that has the strictest gun laws in the world already, just wants to add more gun laws, light a candle, and move on.
Light a candle, put it in their front window tonight at 6:47 p.m. to show that light will indeed defeat darkness. We will I'll take to National Cabinet this afternoon a proposal to empower agencies to examine what can be done in this area.
Being led by people that couldn't care less if you live or die, completely detached from reality. Politically correct nonsense.
Honestly,
Stronger gun laws so the
completely
Islamists
detached
have
from
a harder
reality.
time murdering us is the answer, right? They don't want to actually fix the problem. They'll let thousands of us die before they'll be accused of being racially intolerant. They care far more about their political orthodoxies than your life. You should always remember.
You see, in all this, I personally, from my point of view, I would channel the blame to the leaders of this country, from the Australian government to the French authorities, as the primary cause of all what is happening. Because when other countries were rejecting the influx of immigrants into their countries, most especially illegal immigrants into their countries, these countries were, busy taunting the other countries for not allowing these immigrants into their countries. And today, the reverse is the case. As you can see, the consequence is far higher than rejecting to welcome these people into their countries. In this modern age, if someone has ever mentioned to anybody in the last 10 to 5 years, that a time will come where Christmas celebration will be suspended in the West, nobody will even imagine such thing happening. But it is happening right before us today. For the fear of the unknown, for the avoidance of terrorism, Christmas celebration is being suspended in some of these countries. This is the point where even Jesus himself said it is finished. And I pity for the leaders of those countries for their failure to protect their citizens and also protect their borders in the first place. They failed their country and they also failed their citizens. How then would they talk about national security when you have these religious extremists, sympathizers of Hamas and Hezbollah in your country? It's quite unfortunate, and I really feel the Western civilization is in a serious problem and something needs to be done. And before this mess could be eradicated or cleared, it could cost much more. And I hope leaders of these countries will have to sit up, make the necessary law. Whoever has to be deported should be deported back to their country, instead of having people that will continue to cause you more problem and sabotage your national security. And we really want to know what is your take on the comment section. See you in our next video.